Right now, we are going to get your latest business news, and we can bring in Hayley Woodin from Business in Vancouver. And Hayley, the big news this morning is about the car manufacturer Nissan and something that they've had to deal with. Tell us a bit more about this.
That's right. Nissan Canada says it's the latest company to have been the victim of quite an extensive data breach. Up to 1.1 million Canadians may have been affected by this, and they may have had some very personal financial information exposed. Nissan says it only affects Canadians that have financed vehicles through one of its financial arms, so that limits the amount of people who may have been affected. But we're looking at information that is quite sensitive. Possibly exposed name, address, along with vehicle make, model, and identification number. Also looking at loan amount, credit score, and monthly payments. So when you add all of that up together, it's quite understandable that some Canadians may be concerned about what personal information is out there. Now, Nissan says it is working with authorities on this. It's also offering 12 months of complimentary credit monitoring services to anyone who may have been affected. But unfortunately, another example of a company that was impacted by a data breach, Nissan Canada this morning joining the ranks of Equifax, Yahoo, Uber, to name a few companies that have had breaches that have affected Canadians.
And what are the long-term implications of this?
That's a good question. I think more broadly it speaks to the trend that we're seeing with greater frequency data breaches at some of the biggest companies in the world. They're widespread. Cybersecurity is going to be a major theme this year and moving into 2018 and beyond. It seems as though Nissan's working to the best extent possible to contain this. It has come out after it found out about this breach. It's doing what it seems it can do at this point now that the event has happened to ensure that Canadians can safeguard their information. The credit monitoring service is a very common response we see from companies, but longer term, it's very, very clear that companies big and small, although this tends to hit larger companies, they really need to be on board their cybersecurity game, ensuring that private sensitive information doesn't get into the hands of the wrong people.
Absolutely, but it's staying a step ahead of those hackers who also always seem to be a little ahead of the game. It is any company's worst nightmare, but thank you very much for the update this morning. Thanks, Hayley.